Hello and welcome to the Pup Mommy. That comment that you just saw on the screen, that was left on one of my YouTube breed videos. And I thought to myself, Mel, if this viewer is thinking this, there's probably tens of thousands more just like him. For someone who's serious about bringing a dog into their life, then they're willing to do the research, put in the work, commit fully, and then be told that you're not ready, you're a first-time dog owner. Yeah, that can easily feel condescending. In fact, it can feel flat out dismissive. In this video, though, I'm going to break down for you exactly what some of the 5 key truths are behind that phrase, what it's really saying and not saying, which dogs it applies to, and how to know if you're really, truly ready to take on a more challenging breed. But before I dive in there, if you're looking for a perfect pup and you're already overwhelmed with the information that's out there, or there's even some disagreement as to which dog is right for you, the family, I offer non-biased, personalized consulting services to help you find the perfect pup. So links for more information, my calendar for a free consult, and links to other freebies that you might find useful are in the description section. So let's talk about what canine professionals mean when they say a breed isn't for a first-time owner. So here's key truth number 1. When we say your dogs are not for first-time owners, we don't necessarily mean that we're questioning your capability. When trainers, behaviorists, or even those of us with decades of experience, when we say these words and make these statements, we're not suggesting that you're incapable or unworthy. We're not implying that you need to earn your way up. Or we're not talking about your age, your fitness, or even your intelligence. What we're saying is that there are some breeds out there that come with challenges that can easily overwhelm even the most well-intentioned, responsible person if they lack the hands-on, day-to-day experience of owning a dog. When it comes to experience, key truth number 2, experience matters more than research. I have a favorite mantra that I never get tired of saying, and that is, you won't know what it's like to own a dog until you own a dog. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've read or heard the same line, I've done my research, I'm doing my research. All you have to know is as long as you know what you're getting into. Yeah, but here's the hard truth. Research is not the same as experience. You can read all kinds of articles, you can binge watch YouTube videos, you can listen to breeders and talk about their dogs, and they can give you background knowledge. But that's not the same thing as living it. No amount of research can fully prepare you for the day-to-day demands of a high-drive dog, a working breed dog, an independent terrier, or even a dog hardwired to follow its nose before it follows your voice. In fact, many of my clients who I have worked with reached out to me not because they didn't do their research, it's because they did. And they still felt overwhelmed and got conflicting advice because, after all, one site says XYZ breed is perfect for families, and that another site is going to say that same breed is one of the worst for families. So who do you believe? And I got to tell you this too. Petting your parents' Labrador, house-sitting your friend's Beagle, or volunteering at the shelter isn't the same as living 24/7 with a high-drive, strong-willed, or prey-driven dog that relies on you to meet its physical, mental, emotional needs every single day. So here's what key truth am I on? I'm on key truth number 3. The stakes are higher with certain breeds. Now, let me give you a real-life example. My next-door neighbor, they got a golden doodle as their first dog. The dog is now fully grown, about 70 pounds. Last Memorial Day, the dog jerks the leash to go after a squirrel, and the wife face plants right into the ground, sustaining injuries. Now, imagine that same scenario with a 110-pound Rottweiler or a 130-pound Cane Corso. The reality is that most first-time dog owners don't really know how strong a dog can be, even at 50 pounds. So moving on to key truth number 4, it's not about size, it's about temperament and purpose. You know, it's very easy to assume that the biggest dogs are the most difficult, but that is not always the case. The real challenge isn't size, it's what the dog was bred to do. Some breeds were developed to guard property, others to herd livestock, others to track game, or work independently from humans. And these instincts don't disappear just because the dog is now a family pet. And when you pair a strong-willed or high-drive temperament with a first-time owner who's still learning the ropes, you can quickly find yourself in way over your head, even if that dog is only 25 pounds. So typically, what breeds am I talking about? Where do they fit in? Well, let's take the working protection breeds that were developed to make independent decisions. Rottweiler, Doberman, Giant Schnauzer, Cane Corso, German Shepherd. Another group, the highly intelligent dogs that will actively test boundaries and require consistent leadership. And those are, let's say, Border Collie, Standard Poodle, Australian Cattle Dog, Belgian Tervuren, Miniature American Shepherd, which is climbing the popularity ranks. Then we have another group of the strong-willed breeds that aren't always forgiving of training inconsistencies or mishandled situations. Examples of these, Akita, Airedale Terrier, Jack Russell Terrier, the Dachshund, the Scottish Terrier. Another group, the powerful animals whose physical strength requires proper handling from day one. American Bulldog, Bull Mastiff, Alaskan Malamute, Newfoundland, Borbal, that's becoming more popular too. And then finally, that high-drive, high-energy breed that demands constant physical and mental stimulation. Some of these you're very familiar with. The Siberian Husky, the Weimaraner, the Vizsla, the German Short-Haired Pointer, the Belgian Malinois. Okay, now, 5th key truth. Really, can first-time dog owners succeed with these breeds? Well, some yes, with the right structure, the right support, and the right mindset. These are not breeds where you figure it out as you go. All right, mistakes have consequences, and the consequences often fall not just on you, but they fall on the dog. Keep in mind that shelters are full of dogs acquired by well-meaning owners who didn't fully understand what they were getting into. So what exactly is required? Well, first thing, working with a reputable breeder who prioritizes stable temperaments and also offers lifetime support. Number 2, committing to early and ongoing training, ideally with a professional trainer who knows the breed. Number 3, providing that daily routine, the leadership, and the consistent enforcement of the boundaries you set up. Number 4, ensuring that your home is set up appropriately for success. And that maybe includes secure fencing, the appropriate gear, and management systems. And what is that? Well, it's management systems as in who is going to do what and when. And then finally, also, being brutally honest with yourself about your time, your energy, and your emotional bandwidth. So here are some final thoughts for you. You know, dog ownership is one of, I think, life's greatest joys, but it's also a significant responsibility. You know, the right dog can change your life. The wrong dog can break your heart. So if you're set on a breed like a Doberman, a Rottweiler, a Malinois, or even one of those intense terriers, I'm not going to tell you it's impossible, but I will strongly encourage you to do a couple things. First, contact a trainer who specializes in the breed, and ask if you can observe a class or a training session, because that's going to give you real-world look at how these dogs behave and what it takes to raise and manage them successfully. And it also helps you build a relationship with the trainer so that you're not scrambling when problems arise after you bring the dog home. Another key point here too, talk to real owners of the breed and ask them what surprised them most, what's been difficult, and what they wish they'd known beforehand. You'll learn more from the honest conversations than from hours of online research. So with the right preparation, the professional support, and the mindset, even the most demanding breeds can become extraordinary companions for dedicated first-time owners. But remember this, success doesn't come from love alone. It comes from clarity, consistency, and a willingness to do the work. And so with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this informative. If you have any comments, questions, leave them in the comment section. I get back to practically everybody I can. And also I want to say again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will say bye for now.